Here, now we're in the library, the main library, although there are a lot of other books everywhere else. These are my favorite books. And out here, let's just walk out here. Out here, I found out recently that this part of the house, and you can see it's got these beautiful wooden shutters, and it has a garden out there, and it has plaster work. I found out recently that this part of the house was very, very ancient. And I found out recently that this may well have been the original Casablanca, the original White House, which was a landmark seen from the ocean.
From the ocean, because you're actually on a small hill.
Exactly. And what's interesting to me, the Guardian, one of the Guardians, he always tells me, underneath this garden here, underneath this courtyard, is a massive treasure, and that there's a genie guarding it, you know? And I don't necessarily believe him, but he believes it. And to me, that's part of the magic of this house.
Okay, sorry, we're having some interruptions.
Yeah.
And you told that wants to hold your hand. Okay, so, and then let's maybe briefly talk about your new book.
Well, at the moment I'm writing a sequel to my book, The Caliph's House. I'm writing a book called Living with Genies. And it's such a joy to me to keep notes and to think about the last, 20 years here, because time has flown really fast. And I've got to know it. I've got to know the culture so well, and I've got to know the house well, and it's one of these things that people these days are always in a rush. They're in a rush to go to places. When they've been to the new place, they tick it off the bucket list.
And they want to go to the next one.
Right? And to me, it's all about, life is about slow travel, slow appreciation, coming back and being in a place for a long, long time. I want to actually show you this fountain. Can you come over here? Yana, come and see this. I want to explain something. And it's this. Ellie, in Morocco, Yana, Morocco it's different from Europe because it's not in a rush. And this fountain, which is made by one of the great fountain makers, great Zelichier, Malim Maloud. This was made by one man, and it took him more than a year. In Europe, they would use a machine and they would do it really, really fast. But whenever I see this fountain, which is every day, I look at the tiny pieces, which are millimeters, and I think this is an expression of Morocco. It's not in a rush. It's this love affair which you spend time appreciating. And that's what Morocco is.
There was a saying like that in general for Africa, not only for Morocco, is that the Westerners they have the fancy watches, but it doesn't really matter because the African people they have the time. They have the time on their hand,
That's true. That's what I love.